Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we are in Studio 1B. Generally we film in Studio 1A. That's the living room. This is Studio 1B. Technically the kitchen, but you know, it's showbiz, baby. So we're calling it Studio 1B. And the reason we're in here is because we have a box that is far too large to fit on the lab table. So we have to open it up and do our assembly out here. And it is from SaneSmart, and I want to thank our friends at SaneSmart for sending this out to us. Free of charge for our consideration. This is pretty cool. A couple of you guys who I talk to on the regular know a little bit about me. One of the things is I enjoy hobby machining. When I was teaching electronics, I got to take classes for free as a faculty member, and I learned to weld, and I even got certified 3G, 4G for stick, and what was it, 2G for TIG weld. Yeah, I can get by, but I'm no Jody. Also, I learned machining, and I love machining. I have a little teeny tiny Harbor Freight mini lathe in the basement, and a knockoff of a Bridgeport J-head mill, which is made by Jet, which is pretty nice, and it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy manual milling. I like to make things with my hands, but I thought I might get into a little bit of CNC, so that's what we got here. Let's get it open and see what's up. This is the Gemitsu 3018 Pro CNC router, engraver, milling machine. You can even get a laser for it. Now, we're not going to be making any parts out of hardened steel or titanium or Inconel, but we can do some nice work on plastic, wood, acrylic, aluminum, and brass. So I am going to unpack this, get it all laid out here nice and neat like, and then we'll come back. Alright? Alright. Okay, so there are 3 layers in that big box. This is the bottom layer, and inside we have our linear bearing rods and Acme threaded lead screws. How about that? That's a huge that is a huge improvement over the 3D printer that I built a couple years ago. This has actual Acme threads. We've got some plastic pieces here. These are frame pieces, obviously. More plastic frame pieces. This aluminum X extrusion type stuff. And we have linear bearings, which I thought on initial examination were 3D printed, but I see ejector marks. So they've been injection molded. So far, I'm pretty impressed. The middle layer in the packaging consists of this extruded aluminum workbed. That's actually kind of heavy. We're looking at 1 foot. By about 7 1/4. Yes, this is the Lufkin, American made. No metric on there. I'm just teasing you guys. I use metric all the time, but sometimes it's fun to tease you a little. Alright, here's our final pack of stuff. This is what was on top. We have the manual. Oh my, they're saying that plastic is Bakelite. I really hope not. Bakelite is like one of the original plastics from the 1950s. Anyway, nice manual. We've got a little, I assume it's a DVD or CD, you know, one of the two. We have our spindle motor, unmarked, fitted with an E11 collet. That is considerably smaller than the collets that go on my mill downstairs. We have this mounting unit here, which the spindle fits into, and it's already mounted with a stepper motor. We have a couple of NEMA 17 sized stepper motors, a bag full of hardware, wire wrap and a couple wrenches, another bag full of hardware. I call these Sony or Panasonic style power cords. You find them in a lot of stuff. That goes to the power supply, obviously, which is right here. AC-DC adapter. I know it's kind of hard to read that black on black. ZF102A-24750 input 100 to 240 volts, output 24 volts, 4.75 amp. Okay. Then one of these. Also, some bits. From what I have seen online, I don't think these will be very impressive. We'll look at them later. I'm assuming that's the PC board. Chip brush. USB cable. And some wires. Well, don't just stand there. Somebody grab a screwdriver and help me get this thing built. All right, I'm about to start building here. I want you to take notice of a couple things. Yeah, how well you can be able to see in there. Let me see if we can't switch the old light on. Nope. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That is just garbage from not cleaning up these parts beforehand. It's just aluminum. And all of these parts, both the aluminum and the plastic, are oily. So everything is going to have to be wiped down. she is, all nice and put together. What? No real caveats in putting it together. She went together real nice. We take a look at this board here. Let me get some light on it. Yeah. There's our brainy box. You can't even see it, can you? Right there. That's the Arduino. Then we've got motor drivers. We've got our power in. We got our USB mini. Concerns. Will it work? Never know. Also, there's no plus or minus, positive or negative on the spindle, so I don't know if we'll be doing conventional milling or Klein milling when it turns on. I guess it doesn't really matter in this case. So then we have our bits. I don't know why they wouldn't just send end mills. I've got some ordered. They'll be here Tuesday. This is Sunday. So what they give us are these little half of a pointy bit. I don't know how well they'll do. But for now, it's all we've got. So we will definitely use that. Here's what they give us for hold down. Some big ass screws with some washers. Is that actually supposed to? That's strange. I don't know why that's threaded. I mean, I wouldn't want it to be threaded. I want this to be loose. So I got us some test wood. I guess we can try and mung this in here. I'm not going to do it in a second. But you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, next up we got to get some software rolling, right? Right. Let's do that. Okay. Power supply is plugged into the wall. Let's plug in the board. We got some red lights. Got a couple sounds. Nothing has exploded. So far, so good. Let's hook up to the computer. Okay, this is the software that came with it. It's called Candle. So if I move the jog button, it's moving. But the X and the Y are reversed. Now, there's a way to fix that. Okay, so we want to step port invert mask binary, and I love where it says here, you really don't need to completely understand how it works, just enter the settings. Okay, so do we want to invert X and Y axis? We send $2 equals 5. So we'll get out of there. I guess this is where we send it. $2 equals 5. Now, let's see if they move in the right way. My y-axis is still inverted. $3 equals 7 is the proper code. Now we can jog it. Pardon the bounciness. Alright, here we go. Z-axis up, Z down, X right, X left, Y forward, Y back. hot damn. I think we're ready for the next step. Just so you know, I expect this to go horribly, terribly, hilariously wrong. So here we are, back at gerbil control. Hold on, pardon me. Alright, back at gerbil control. Now, this says X from 0 to 38.8. I'm assuming those are millimeters, and that should be about 4 inches. About there. With a Y of 10.3, a little over an inch. I hope this works. So I guess the first thing we have to do is set our 0 point. Let me move you over to the other side again. Okay. So I think we're pretty good there. I'm going to set our X and Y 0. Now I need to set Z. So it said to slip a piece of paper in there. I'm going to change my step size here to 1. Oh, needs to be lower. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to drop the bit down a bit. I'm used to the big mill where you chuck it up in there as far as you can. I should probably have unplugged that. The whole time I was doing it, I kept thinking I'm going to lose a finger. Alright, piece of paper. Yeah, that's 0. 0 is set. Get my paper out. Okay. Nothing left to do but hit send. Cross your fingers. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that wasn't going quite where we wanted it to. So let's reposition and reset our X and Y here. And resend it. That's looking better. Well, I don't know what happened there. It kind of says SaneSmart. The carving went well, but I don't know what the hell happened. Let's try something else. Okay, here's another one about the same size. It says iPhone. Let's give it a shot. Same thing. Do you think my X and my Y are backwards? Let's reverse them and see what happens. I think we got it. Yep, it looks like we got it. I just had to reverse the Y-axis. The X-axis was fine. Two letters to go. Well, there she is. I started on this project at 1:30 today. It is now 7:55 p.m. The actual construction took about an hour. Most of the time was spent in this configuration madness. But there it is. And I think it looks pretty doggone good. Like I said, I've ordered some end mills and some other materials for us to work on. So hopefully we'll get back to this in a few days. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me so long and watching this long video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to all the patrons. A big thanks to SaneSmart for sending this out to us. And a big thanks to you guys for watching. We're at almost 50,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have done it without you. That's it. I'm out. Peace.